Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to a new episode of Top 5 Rant. This week, I'll be doing my top 5 on my favorite Walking Dead characters. Now, since there's the games, the comics, and then the TV show, and yes, for the comics and TV show, even though they'll be the same character, but some of the characters have turned out differently. So if there's TV characters on my list, I'll tell you if there's TV or comic characters that are the same character on this list. I'll tell you which one it is. So I'll tell you the name and tell you where it's from. Like example, like Rick. I'll tell you if he's from the comic or the video game. That's pretty much how it's going. Number 5. The number 5 spot goes to Tyrese. From the comics. Now, I liked Tyrese from the comics because he came in a lot. He was introduced a lot earlier in the comics than what he was in the TV. I like Tyrese in the TV show too. It's just that I feel like that he hasn't been in the show as long as he was in the comics. So, I just really like Tyrese's character in the comics a lot better, at least right now, because he seemed like a pretty cool dude, and it's like he used a hammer to kill zombies. I mean, come on. But to me, I just like for the comics, I got to know him. I got to know the character a lot better because he was introduced a lot earlier to Rick and his group than what he was in the TV show. So as of right now, they're now entering season 5 of Walking Dead, TV show. And even though I do like like I said, I like the character Tyrese in the TV show also, but to me, he hasn't been in it for that long, so I haven't gotten used to the character yet, or I haven't learned much as I have from the TV show character that I had from the character from the comics. And I forgot if I showed you the number, but anyway, that was number 5. I probably did, but oh well. Number 4. The number 4 spot goes to Daryl. Now, I would probably have to say he's from the TV show, but of course there was a game that acted as a prequel for Daryl Merle. Now I haven't played the game Survival Instincts, probably never going to because it got terrible reviews and it looks terrible too. But now you're probably all wondering what it's like. This kid, I couldn't have a Walking Dead top 5 character list without Daryl on here. Now you probably wonder why isn't he higher? Well, because I have more favorite characters. But I do like Daryl. He, over the course of when he was introduced in the last few episodes of season 1 to where at the ending of season 4, his character to me has changed drastically. Especially from the jump from season 1 to season 2. Because season 1 hardly like in the beginning, the group did not like him or his brother, but after some time in like season 2 and on, his personality changed a lot. I mean, he still was Daryl from the first season, but he was more likable, and I just liked how his character came to be. And of course, Norman Reedus is just badass. So they got a pretty good actor to play him. Yeah. Number 3. The number 3 spot goes to Kenny. He is from the Walking Dead video game by Telltale. Now he's number 3 because when I started watching the game being played by Tobuscus, and just that first time watching, I just really liked Kenny's character because he was just some redneck person from guy from Florida, and it was just his character was absolutely brilliant. I would have probably put him up higher if it wasn't for the other two characters, but I think he deserves number 3 in my spot. But I love his character. I mean, especially in this one part of the game where he's talking to the main character Lee. He's like, "Do you know how to?" And note to self, Lee is an African American. He's like, "Do you know how to pick a lock?" And Lee's like, "You hell no! You better not be thinking what I'm thinking." It's like, what? And it's just the overall character of Kenny, and depending on how you act towards him, especially if you always stay on his side most of the time, and he's like your best friend throughout the whole game, it just makes just everything sad when he dies. It's just terrible. But overall, he was one of my favorite characters. From the video game. Number two spot goes to Lee Everett. He is also from the Telltale video game of Walking Dead. Lee, he was a really good character. I mean, you play as him throughout the entire first season of the Telltale game of The Walking Dead, and as you're progressing, you're pretty much just a guy taking care of a little girl, Clementine, and you have to protect her from these zombies. You have to protect her from the this new world's harms, like either if it's bandits or crazy people or zombies. It's just, you have to protect her, and you're trying to teach her like how to act in this new world. It's just crazy, but it's just that the relationship that he builds with her is just really, really touching, and he's just a really good character. Just the people and how they designed Clementine and Lee, it was just really good. And depending on how you play him, he could be a really good character even more. Because he's already a cool character when you first get him, but if you do make like the right decisions, his character can become even more cooler. Yeah. So, yeah, he's my second favorite. Now, number 1. My number 1 favorite character would have to be Hershel. But here's the thing. He's appeared in the Walking Dead Telltale video game. He's appeared in the comics and appeared in the TV show. So which one do you think it is? Game, TV show, or comics? I'll give you a second. It's the one that I chose was from the TV show. His character in the game did not appear as much, so they pretty much almost based that character off of the way he acted and was in the comics. Which in the comics he was, to me, kind of an ass. But in the TV show, oh my god, Hershel was one of my favorite characters, and all you Walking Dead fans out there probably agree. You probably have Daryl and then Hershel, or Hershel then Daryl. That's probably how your favorites go most of the time, because Hershel was a really good character. He was like the voice of reason after Dale died, and just Hershel was a really good person, and just the way he was able to handle things. Albeit like just trying to talk some just sense into brick and stuff is just crazy. And the actor that they got from, I think his name was Scott Wilson. Yeah, he did a phenomenal job. They casted that part just right. So overall, Hershel would have to be my favorite character from the TV show. Absolutely amazing. It sucks that he died. So, yeah, those are my top 5 favorite Walking Dead characters from the TV show, the Walking Dead game, Telltale, and the comics. So please share this video, like it, subscribe to my channel, like my official Facebook page, and comment down below who's your favorite Walking Dead characters. And I will see you next time. See ya.